Let's go, guys. I'm so fucking hyped, bro. I haven't felt this urge to this good, this excited to for a trading day in my like in a lot of times since I bought this account, bro. Haven't felt this excited because now I'm actually trading how I love trading, bro. You get what I mean? So that's a big difference. Feels so fucking good. We're gonna use 1 second. Um, we're gonna use Hanko Trade. We're gonna use its platform to be trading. So I gotta open it real quick. And we're gonna have a USD like this one. Boom, boom. Oh my god, I need to open my authenticator, bro. 1 second. Good. Okay. Terminals. 1 second. Where's the terminal? Oh, right here. We're gonna use this platform right here to be trading. Yesterday, I mean, we took 2 trades. I took 1 win on this account and 1 loss. Basically, I just funded a personal account with like $60. It's not a lot, but this is what I have, and we're gonna be trading this because yesterday I also lost the 50k account, so that's already in the past. I just took a trade because I kind of wanted it to end, to be honest. I just wanted it to be over because I feel like that account was just like holding me back, to be honest. I mean, here I wonder, one thing I want to check is do we have DXY here? We don't, sadly. So let's analyze. Let's see if we have a potential setup. We're really not gonna analyze. We have a lot of buy side liquidity here, so this can be a good potential sweep to be looking at trading. So here we're not really relying on a strategy anymore. We're just like trading like based on my experience, exactly how I'm trading my demos. This is how we're gonna trade today. Okay, so we're just gonna look for opportunities, right? And what do we have here? Do I see an opportunity on the hourly? Not really. I see a potential scalp here, but I feel like first I still want to see that getting taken. I do like euro a bit more, but I do want to see that buy side liquidity getting taken here. Other than that, no real opportunity here. I don't really see it. Here we did take this high, but and we do have this, so this might be a pretty good opportunity to be looking at shorts here. But yeah, and just looking at shorts to just target this low, this can be a pretty decent opportunity because we're trading off a 50-minute. This is how I usually want to be trading. This is how I would be scalping. So AUD USD becomes one of the opportunities we have today. Let's check UJ. We do have nice sell side here, and we do have an hourly gap, so I would be down as well on UJ here to be looking at this. Yeah, this is good. Also, this is very good. UJ here to be targeting these lows right here, right? We're trading. Yeah, this is nice. So UJ, let's see, UK indices are very good to be trading. Okay, we rated buy side here, so we're doing things a bit fast because yeah, I'm a bit late, but we already took this buy side here, and yeah, we definitely have a potential for a scalp, but we need to wait for London Open on indices. They're usually very impulsive. I wouldn't really prefer doing anything on DAX here. I don't see a real scalping opportunity, so we're gonna use this to skip the pairs we're not looking to be trading today. Gold, again, I'm not really gonna be looking to scalp gold. I don't really like how gold moves, but we have like this. So we have UJ on some really nice shorts here to be taken from this. I think this is a 4-hour or something, a 4-hour order block, like a 1-hour AVG that we have here, and 1-hour AVG to look to be targeting this. So I'm still gonna be using higher time frame for my trade-in. Yeah, this is nice, and this can be first take profit. This is really nice here. Same with AUDUSD, looks good for shorts because we took buy side liquidity, we took range high basically, and we can be targeting this and this low. So yeah, this looks good if we manage to be breaking lower for a potential like short-term scalp of this middle line right here. Boom. Yeah, this is good. If we have a proper break, UK, I do want to see some serious structure. I do want to see like a 50-minute gap or something, because right now we don't have anything. So I wouldn't really prefer like shorting straight off the bat on the 1 minute here. I would like to see some intent bit lower, and we need to wait for that. Boom. We can also, if we get this raid right here, this can be a good buy to target this buy side liquidity. I feel like this looks like it's already gonna melt down, and we do have, but it's a big ass consolidation. I don't really like this. But we have a lot of pairs, like a lot of pairs already. I have potential setups that I'm gonna look at, but I do like UJ the most here. I'm looking for some shorts. If we break, I'm kind of almost instantly taking this. First take profit, second take profit, these equal lows. I don't really want to look to target more. We can, but I'm not really gonna look to do that. We might also raid this buy side, and this would be really nice, raiding this buy side and then breaking lower. So yes sir, yes sir. Yeah, we're gonna see. I do like, so we have UJUSD. I'm basically kind of always gonna be trading out 50-minute POIs and torso side. So usually buy side liquidity rate into POIs, then I'm looking to target unmitigated POIs or liquidity. This is how I'm scalping right now. Here we already took liquidity and we're playing like a failed swing. So if we manage to break lower, I'm kind of almost instantly taking that shit. UK, I do want to see here, we do not have that 50-minute gap yet, so I do want to see some intent but lower, and I do want to wait for that open. And you're right, I do like how we're looking here. We're looking like we're breaking, but I really don't like this consolidation. So yeah, this is what we're gonna trade. This can be a relatively good buy here, to be looking off this sweep. If we manage to come here, sweep this, and from here look to buy towards the high. So we do have pretty decent opportunities today, but I do like UJ the most, so that's what we're gonna wait for. To kind of recap of what happened, I ended up losing the 50k account. I just wanted it to be over, to be honest, and I ended up really contemplating whether I should start scalping, and I came to the conclusion, even though my intraday profile or my intraday strategy is very high win rate, like a 60% win rate, I still came up to the decision of trading scalping, because I just generally enjoyed enjoyed more. I enjoy seeing 1 minute candles print. It's way faster. That was one downside of intraday trading. It would take so much to print one candle on the 3 minute or 5, which would kind of make things boring, right? When you're scalping, it's way more fun and it keeps me focused and locked in. Okay, we're already looking like it's breaking lower, but I'm not sure I want to be taking trades pre-London. But yeah, this is generally the idea of this trade, of the scalp. We can have like a 1.5, maybe even more to target here. But yeah, I think trading pre-London is still very risky, so I'm gonna wait for something like this, and then if we get another entry, then I'm probably gonna enter, and we're gonna see what happens. But yeah, basically from today on, I'm a scalper, because I realized, bro, I've been demo trading for like almost half a year now. I've been like scalping on the demo trading. Shit has been working really fucking well, like really fucking well. Like yeah, look, yesterday, look at this shit, bro. Look at this shit right here. Okay, I had the periods where I trolled. This was periods where I trolled, but overall, look at the last period where I can actually look at this shit, bro. What is this? So I'm definitely gonna start scalping, because I generally enjoyed it way more than intraday trading. I'm still gonna take intraday trades, but it's not gonna be my main focus. My main focus is scalping, because I just enjoy scalping way more. And yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna do. And I enjoy scalping. One very big reason why I enjoy scalping is because I have a lot of trades, bro. I always wanted to have trades daily, and with scalping, there's always gonna be trades. That's one thing that is very, very certain. There's always gonna be trades in scalping, at least 2-3 per day, I would say. While I was intraday trading, bro, I had to kind of sacrifice my desire for a high win rate. I had to wait for only these A plus setups, and I would just wake up every day and just watch charts and wait for those rare setups, and that shit is not fun at all. So we're gonna see what we do here. If we support this, if we break, we're opening London. So yeah, I want to see. Okay, UK is starting to break lower, but again, I do want to see that 50-minute gap confirm lower prices before me taking this buy side liquidity rate lower. But it's a good setup. You might reaching for this, but I don't really think so. But yeah, these are the potential setups. I would prefer euro buys actually here, so I'm gonna place an alert as well. Let's see how UJ behaves from here. How if we start breaking lower, I'm gonna take this. Like if we start breaking lower on AUD USD, so we're gonna watch AUD USD and UJ for now. I do want to see 1 hour gap print, 1 minute gap print here, and I'm just gonna get ready because yeah, I yet don't know how. I have so many pairs to calculate risk on that I do not know how to make them manually, so I will have to do it with this calculator that I have. But this is a good inspection here. It's a good start of very short the flow. How we behaved here of this gap, and how if we're holding it lower and if we see a 1 minute gap form, I'm hella taking the shit towards this. It's a 1 minute inverse, which might make it risky, but I think it's still fine. Okay, this is good. We can already anticipate this. We have like a 3.5 pip stop. Oh shit, this is really good. Okay, 3.5. We're gonna do like yeah, 0.3 lots apparently. So we gonna see. Let's open AD. I don't know how to do this. I'm still familiarizing myself with this. Oops. With this Hanko trade shit. But I'm gonna wait for a retracement, see if we get it. We're gonna use so. This is kind of our trade idea. Already we have a potential setup. We get like 2R on the lows. But yeah, sell limit at here if we get it. Quantity 0.3, trigger price. I just want to see the 1 minute candle close. We're already taking this shit. Invalid distance, the fuck. Probably gonna market it, just waiting for that price to come a bit deeper into that 1 minute FVG here. It did. So did I short? Oh, I did. So yeah, that's it. We're already taking a short, but I think it's a good setup. Stop loss is good. Oof, I don't like this, but on Hanko trade it looks like we have buy side. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, so it's still a bit weird, this platform. I'm still getting used to it, but yeah. Stop loss around the highs and take profit should be. It's a weird ass platform, bruh. Let's see. And how do I do this? Take profit. Should place it a bit more lower. Okay, that should be fine. So this is the short. We already took a short apparently. Yeah. Let's see what we got going on. Right, we're not gonna really look at this. It's a weird ass fucking platform, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, we're seeing that trend switch here. Main target is gonna be this low. This is probably gonna be our first TP, like 1.23. We don't need crazy R. This is one thing I realized. We don't need crazy R. See UJ ended up breaking bullish. Okay, UK ended up massively breaking lower. Now we're forming that 50-minute gap, but definitely not gonna be trading around this. We need to see that that retracement. And what another target that we're using here is this hourly gap. So we're going to see. This is pretty much a textbook trade for me, a textbook scalp on how I'm trading lately. Boom, let's go on the 1 minute. Let's go on the hourly and mark that. This platform is so fucking weird. What is this? We're gonna mark this. Where's my line? I have no idea how to add this. I want to add a line here. Okay, then we're gonna go back to 1 minute, and yeah, this looks good. On reaching lower, this is what we're gonna pay a bit of attention to, but we should be fine on reaching lower. Looking at the 1 minute here, even the 3 minute. If we don't, that's fine. We do have this 50 minute, which I didn't really realize. but I think we're taking it as support. This is good. We have a 50-minute inversion. Yeah, this is perfect actually. I took a very similar trade yesterday on um on Nasdaq. Let's see. It should be fine, really. It looks really good. Look how we're rejecting that 50-minute FVG here. This is why I love 1 minute so much, because the candles print way faster. Even with this rejection, it just looks like a temporary rejection just to clear out these consolidations here. Considering the 50-minute, if we manage to hold it as support like we're doing here, this becomes a really pivotal point where we should initiate that bearish intention. So yeah, our 1.8 on general final target, which is that that how do I say, that hourly FVG here, we should still be holding. I don't like how this is looking right here. This 1 minute FVG here, it ends up being a really pivotal price point to hold in 10 lower. We do have relative resistance, but this is 1 minute. Come on, this is just liquidity. So we're gonna see. UJ kind of ended up breaking higher again. Here we're waiting on that 50-minute gap. Euro might be coming towards that low, still waiting on that, but we're going to see. Let me play some music. Let's see if the trade plays out, but even if it doesn't, it's completely fine. I still think it's a good trade to be taking. The scalping demon has awakened. This is first target. This should be voided. This should be a very easy target for price, but it's left for us to see. Again, the size of the account is not big, don't get me wrong. Like, the size of the account is wait, what happened? We're at around break even. That was weird. But the size of the account is not big. It's like $60, but I'm really not really trading for money at this point. I'm really trading to grow this account, and yeah, just because I like trading. But we'll see. I still believe that 1 minute gap is gonna hold lower. It's just this ends up being a really pivotal price point for price. We didn't get the proper fill, but it's all good though. We didn't get a really good fill. I don't even know where we executed the round. I don't know, but we gonna see. This still looks like a good trade for me, and I'm gonna trust that we should easily reach here. We have a proper trend switch. If it doesn't, that's all good. Like treating it as a demo, I still think we're gonna hold lower. If we don't, it's all good, gang. I still see this bearish gap holding. I might consider also scaling in depending on how we break, but yeah. We had a really good inspection here, which is in this here indicated bearish order flow for me. That's why we also inversed, even though the close is not complete. How we're behaving and how we're holding as a resistance is a really good sign that we're gonna pursue lower prices towards the sell side right here. UJ doesn't really look like it's gonna, yeah, but on UK we're gonna wait for a retracement. Like, we're gonna wait for this maybe. Okay, this might have been a decent sell here, but it's all good though. This looks like a classic, like, kind of trend switch scenario for me, because we had this retracement range and we failed to break higher. We took liquidity, so it made sense for us to see lower prices from here. And we had a market structure shift and then a 50-minute inversion. Even though the 50-minute didn't close, we used 1 minute for we don't need to see the 50-minute close. We need to see 1 minute behavior. We need to see 1 minute holding in as resistance here. That's what I care about. I don't really care about seeing the 50-minute candle close, because on the 1 minute we close below it and we're still holding it as resistance. I still do really believe in this 1 minute gap here, but we are choosing the stronger pair, which can be a reason why we will not see the delivery lower. But considering where we are on the range, I still believe we're gonna see that bearish intent at least towards this. If you don't, that's all good. We're stalling a bit, but again, this is how we usually behave to a pivotal point in price. we end up building orders, and then we're gonna see a huge expansion lower, pretty much. And I also kind of cleared this FVG, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's why we wicked here. We also cleared this FVG, which is a good sign. Again, this is void, it should easily run lower, but yeah, every trade can fail, but for me this still looks good. Still looks like a really good setup. I really love fucking scalping, bro. Really love scalping. We might see euro again. A euro buy here would be really nice, but it's slightly riskier because it's a lot of buy side here. I already took buy side. It's slightly riskier, but we're gonna see what it do. I still really like the scalp here. This would be a textbook setup on what I'm looking for to be scalping, right? TP is a bit below the lows. I'm not sure how much we're gonna make on this. I'm generally looking to make around $5 on a take profit, so risking about $2.5 on a trade. This is very, very likely still gonna hold lower. Again, if it doesn't, it's all good though, okay? But looking at what I see, not being biased, again, I'm trading this as I'm trading demo trading. No emotional attachment, no needing to be right, no needing to win the trade, no needing of nothing, just purely expressing what I think, and purely expressing my scalping skills. And still, for now, I still think this is a really good area for us to hold that bearish intent lower, actually. Not this again, bro. Okay, it fixed. This is easy liquidity here. Both of these area, easy liquidity, easy, very voided. I will not say that like it's a very low chance this is gonna hold. I think we're gonna use and take the low because it's too voided. Let's wait and see. We're waiting on this retracement. I do want to see a deeper retracement and see that, confirm that trend switch here. Look to target Asian lows. A bit high resistance here, so we gotta be careful, but still waiting on this deeper retracement in the premium, because we don't want to be chasing price, especially not in scalping. Chasing price is something pretty stupid to do. So like the trade. I still like it. Even if it's in the loss, I think I did a good job. I do like the trade, and I do like how we're respecting, even though on the 50 minute we look like we're rejecting that gap. Look how the 1 minute is behaving. It's just stalling beneath it and it's holding it as resistance. So that's a very good sign that most of the times I like to see. There's something similar I traded on Nasdaq yesterday. This was the first trade, and then this was a 50 minute inversion, and I ended up trading off it. But the problem was that we're trading against sell side already taken here, which is why the trade ended up failing. But it's this very similar thing that I traded. And probably why we're consolidating is because we're in previous area of consolidation, but still do believe in the trade. Even though we're, oh my god, no, we're 2 cents, 18 cents. Okay, I don't have more alerts. Okay, we're finally in profit. Our fill was not great. I should be still doing limits because spread is still present, but it's all good though. This was my intended entry. And we're not looking to be targeting more because we just don't need that much. We need to target current liquidity, which is here. We should be initiating soon though. We just stalled for like 15 minutes. We should be initiating from this range, from this 50-minute inversion. This is what I really like about this trade. It sends up, I call these pivotal points. because it's where a bearish intent gets built and then we initiate, usually. Still around break even. See how bad we got filled, but it's all good though. This is what we gotta slightly pay attention to, but I think we're fine. Okay, Euro reached our area, so we're gonna watch Euro for scalps as well, but it looks kind of bearish. It looks very impulsive. Finally in profit. I think I under risked on this trade, but I'm not sure. Because we look like we're very small. I should have probably risked more. I don't know how much I'm gonna make on TP. It doesn't really show me. And it doesn't really show me how much I can potentially lose. We still build even more sell side, so this is what I like, but we gotta pay attention to in a case we reverse on this. This is a good 1 minute gap inspection. I'm considering scaling in, but I don't know if I necessarily want to. I still like the sell side, but yeah, I still like it. We just gotta see how we behave. You generally want to see a bearish gap form below it, meaning that we're more likely to be running lower rather than raiding liquidity. If we take it and we reject instantly, it becomes very risky. A potential for a reversal, but yeah, we're rejecting pretty hard. I'm still slightly down for this scalp. It's just yeah, it's the buy side that makes me iffy about this trade right here. It's not a good sign, definitely, but as long as we're gonna hold this, it still be fine. As long as we end up holding this pivotal price point, it's fine. If we inverse, it's pretty bad. Depending on how we form this gap, I might consider taking this because it sells a liquidity and we look to target next. But look at this, we already took buy side, which makes the trade risky. That's why I'm probably not gonna be taking it actually. But yeah, we ended up choosing the stronger pair, which is why we're seeing a bit of reaction, but I don't think it means the trade is over. But yeah, I still like the sell side here that we build, so I'm still standing on business. Again, I'm not trading to win. I'm curious about it. I still think it's a good trade, so I'm still gonna let it rip. We might have just swept buy side liquidity, and this order block was good on open, so yeah, still letting it run. Might have under risk, but that's all good though. I do want to trade this UK. Euro still looking to be bearish. Geo ended up being the weakest, but yeah, not really a great setup, I would say. Not a great setup, but yeah, we're choosing the stronger pair. That's why we're not seeing that much reaction here, which might not be a great thing to do, to be honest, but I do feel like the setup is way better on AU compared to the rest of the pairs. This is a bit of a dangerous gap right here. Not a great sign, I would say, but I'm still gonna let it see how we behave. Considering closing, but yeah, I'm gonna watch and see. I want to see how we behave to these. The 50-minute gap, if we reclaim it, it's pretty bad. Likely to lose. If we don't and we start inversing, it's pretty much meaning we're reaching into liquidity. But yeah, I do want to pay attention here. would want to see price inverse these two gaps, but it looks relatively unlikely, yeah. But I'm still probably gonna let it rip. It's just we chose the stronger pair, which is might not be a great thing to be doing, right? This is pretty bad. Considering closing here, but I do want to see a bit more information. Also, the loss is very small, so we don't really care. We're not closing because of profit, we're closing because of price action, but I still want to let it rip and see, because I do want to see if we manage to inverse this right here. Because I would say we're still very likely on reaching towards the sell side, but it does depend upon price action, because we did choose the stronger pair, which really gets reflected upon price action. If we inverse, that's good. It might be a scaling point, but yeah. I still like the trend switch, how we switch trend, how we inverse. Indeed, we can also play this bullish range, but considering that we took higher time frame buy sell liquidity, range high, it's more likely to be playing bearish here. That's why I'm heavily inclined to be letting this play out, but yeah, it's the stronger pair, which is not, we can see that reflected upon the break here. And we have to be patient because AU is not a London pair. But yeah, these are not great signs. But we gotta give it time still. It's a bit slow, but yeah. Yeah, we should have shorted you, but it's just that we didn't take buy side. It was weird. We had a 50-minute VG. Yeah, and this would have already been in TP. See, AU struggling compared to the rest, but at this point the setup looked way better on AU. Even though it's the stronger pair, it looked way better. Yeah, maybe scalping AU USD is not the greatest choice because it looks really slow, and it is definitely the stronger pair out of them. Well, we gonna see. Yeah, this is not great, but we might hold this this consolidation though. So still the trade might work. It's just gonna take a bit more time than usual. I don't know. For now, we're gonna let it run because we might be holding this. If we inverse, I might consider scaling in, but I don't know if I want to scale in on the strongest pair. That's the thing. But I still like how we're looking on being bearish here. Syria becomes really pivotal because it's also previous consolidation. So if we start breaking below it, we will go lower hard towards our TP. If we don't, it's pretty much, yeah, if we hold it as support and break higher, pretty much over. But yeah, apparently we chose the stronger pair. That should definitely be something I should pay attention to a bit more. Choosing the weakest pair, in this case choosing GU, of the 50-minute. This was the scalp here, stop loss above, looking to target these lows. But even though the setup was not necessarily the greatest, we can clearly see a big difference in pricing. So yeah, while the AU is struggling, and also AU, yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, $1 loss. It's all good though. This was not necessarily a bad trade. It's just that we chose the stronger pair. That's the problem here. We chose the stronger pair, so it's more likely to play out bullish. For now, I don't really see any other opportunity unless UK comes there. Yeah, I don't really see any other opportunity. This was not a bad trade. The reason why I failed is because we chose the stronger pair. Definitely, that's definitely the reason. So in a case if you wanted to short, we would have chose you, because I feel like it matters a lot in scalping. It matters a lot more than intraday. So yeah, we might have, if we wanted to, we could have bought actually this the 50-minute gap, but it's just, for me, still more likely to play out bearish. But good thing we didn't oversize on this, so we're still doing fine. We're still like around 60, which is fine for me. Now I'm probably gonna wait for this UK, and if we don't, yeah, I'm realistically not really seeing any other opportunities. This buy might work, but it's just too risky. I would still kind of prefer shorting, but I wouldn't really see any other opportunities for now. But yeah, this is definitely the reason why the trade failed. The trade is still very good. I still liked it, but the problem was because it was the strongest. That was definitely the problem. Waiting on this UK here, and we're kind of confirming that gap. We will have a buy sell liquidity rate, which will make us to targeting this low. Slightly careful because it's high resistance, but overall would be fine. Nasdaq, I'm not really gonna be looking at scalping Nasdaq for now, so they're gonna see. Probably gonna be journaling this. Actually, it's not a bad trade, bro, not so ever. Definitely not a bad trade. Like, for me, this is still a very good trade to be taken. It's just that the problem was because it was strongest. That's definitely the problem, and that's gonna be one filter that we need to choose. The 50-minute got closed below, and I don't really think that was the problem. Not even this, right? The problem was the strength of the pair. Actually, definitely the strength of the pair. So we're gonna journal that shit. Where's my Notion? Definitely still a very valid trade. I would take the scalp over and over again, to be honest. Definitely. So not the problem. The trade not the problem, the pair was the problem. So wouldn't really be, yeah. I'm waiting on this UK. I do like the UK here, so I'm probably gonna go smoke a cig after I journal, and we're gonna be. But why is my Notion not working? Okay, my Notion doesn't want me to journal, so yeah, it just was the strongest pair. That's the problem. Normally, if we would have like Geo, we see that it played down. Yeah, was Geo fine to be taken here? I mean, considering we rated the spice that, it probably would have been fine, but look at this, very high resistance. Yeah, it was a bit of a chop here setup, but of this consolidation, initiation lower, like take entry here, targetation lows, would have been definitely better. So definitely choosing the weakest pair has a way bigger impact on the scalping. Che. We gonna see if we break, but I still don't want to be buying this because liquidity is already taken, and I wouldn't be buying this. This is a force trade, but my Notion is not working. Wanted to journal this. It's definitely not a bad trade, even if it looks like it. In normal conditions, if you would have like had the movement or the weakness of yeah, it's something to learn. You always want to choose the weakest pair because in scalping it has a way bigger influence. Like it can make the difference between a winning trade and a losing trade. So I'm gonna wait for this. See how we're doing. I was generally waiting for price to come higher in that 1 minute, but it comes down to how we reject here. If we close, I might be taking this because we reached the 50 minute and we can look to target Asian lows here. Like an easy target. Yeah, this looks good. Oh shit, this looks good. Where is UK? Hopefully we have UK here. We don't have UK. Are you fucking serious? We don't have UK? We don't have, I don't know what this is, but it's definitely not UK. Bro. Fuck, we don't have UK. Fuck, we don't have neither UK, neither. Oh my god, this is sad. We don't have UK, we don't have. Fuck, this is annoying. But yeah, apparently we don't have UK, but this would have been the trade I would take. Fuck, it's so annoying. But apparently Hanko trade doesn't have UK, so it's annoying. I would have probably taken this. Euro looks decent on being bullish here, but I don't know if I want to be buying Euro though. Again, against the buy side liquidity already being taken, I don't really want to be buying too much because it's very risky. On yeah, we do have this to be honest, but it's still risky. I don't really like this. We'll see. We might see some continuations though. Fuck, this is annoying. I would have taken this. Yeah, the fact that makes the trade risky is because we took Asian highs, we took New York highs. Even though we have a lot of buy side liquidity, still makes the trade risky, but the 3-minute gap does look good here. Well, if we're gonna retrace, it doesn't really look like we're gonna retrace, but wouldn't have really marketed this shit anyways, but yeah, I would have probably taken this. Yeah, and this failed because yeah, we chose the strongest pair. You're still not it, not yet, so doesn't really look like we're gonna have much opportunity. We do have this, so might consider this buy on the 3-minute actually. Good morning, brother. Good morning. Sorry, didn't see your comment. I was focused, but it looks like we're gonna retest this inverse and hold it higher. But I don't really trust this trade, anyways. I'm actually gonna delete it. I just like intuitively, I just don't trust it. Pending orders. I just don't trust it. I don't trust it because of the buy side already being taken. But I'm maybe gonna wait for some more confluence, meaning if we come back and see a 1 minute gap higher, I'm gonna take it. But right now I'm not really trusting it. I don't know, looks iffy. It looks like these lows are gonna get taken. That's what intuitively I see. Sadly we cannot trade UK, bro. That's actually fucking sad that we cannot trade UK. This was still a good trade, I think. And let's see. But I'm gonna wait for one more confluence, but I don't really trust it. I feel like it has a higher chance of failing because we took buy side liquidity. Maybe we see some continuations lower on, but I don't know about this high resistance here. Yeah, it just looks iffy, the high resistance. But yeah, if we inverse, it's a pretty clear sign of going lower. Yeah, this would have been the trade. I deleted it because it looks iffy for me. Intuitively, it looks like it's gonna fail just because of this. But we're gonna see. Yeah. Intuitively, I just kind of had a kind of nudge that this trade is gonna fail. Oh my god. Good thing I fucking deleted this trade. But if we get more confluence, I might be down, but realistically, I just kind of knew it's gonna fail and I didn't want to force anything. So even though I wish I had more opportunity, look like this is gonna fail as well, apparently. Even though I wish I had more opportunity, I would still, yeah. We still cannot really force anything. This was the trade we took earlier. Trade was fine, trade was really good. The problem was we chose the strongest pair out of the Euro, Geo, and AU. And that's why it ended up failing. Usually it's a very fine trade I would have taken this every single day of the week. Okay. Maybe was I stupid? I'm trying to skip this. Yeah, apparently I was stupid. Yeah, I was hella fucking stupid. Look at this. Oh my fucking god, bro. I was stupid on this, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm not gonna chase anything right now. But this was the potential trade we had. I just intuitively I don't really want to trade against buy sell liquidity gets taken. This is, even though I'm scalping, this is one thing. Buy sell liquidity got taken, even though we have other. This is usually a lot of times I see setups like this fail because of something like this. Yeah, we had also, it was a 5 minute gap, that's why he ends up holding so well. But yeah, I just skipped it. I don't really trust it. My skill is telling me be careful. We took Asian highs, previous daily high here. It's still risky. Targeting, yeah. Even if it works, I don't care. I think it's a good choice. I'm deciding to skip this trade. But yeah. The gap looked really good. 5 minute gap on sell side getting taken in hourly FVG. Okay, this trade on UK ended up getting stopped, but we wasn't in it because we cannot really trade UK on my current broker. But yeah, I just feel like this is gonna fail. It's not like scared, it's just intuitively because of this buy sell liquidity getting taken and we just came to this 50-minute FVG. Alright, so it's even actually more likely to be taking shorts, I feel like. And these lows here look like they're gonna get taken just again intuitively. These lows here look like they're gonna get taken. It doesn't look like a strong move higher. The price didn't take this low. It looks like it just left liquidity for price to take. So yeah, and we might be reaching towards this, trading towards unmitigated POIs. This is how I usually trade, but we're gonna see. I don't really want to force anything, but yeah, might work, might not work. For me, it's still too risky to be trading against liquidity taken. I just took a loss yesterday again trading like this, and yeah, it's just a lesson that I have to, it's just a thing I have to apply, right? We don't really want to be trading against liquidity getting taken. we cannot really, we have nothing to target, right? We do have, you can say we do have this right here, but once price takes this, it's very risky. I've seen it happen a lot of times where we print lower like this and we fail. But yeah, even if it works, it is what it is. I'm standing on business here. It's just misalignment between the trade. Yeah, it might work, but yeah, I'm just gonna stand on business. Was a good trade if we didn't see Asian highs and these highs get taken. This is a very big sign that you should always pay attention to. At least I am. I want to be trading towards untaken liquidity, and in this case it's taken. That's kind of the thing which invalidated the trade. What we gonna see? UJ looks like it's gonna continue bullish, but again, I don't really see an opportunity here. I don't like the fact that we still have the sell side intact, so yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna let this play out, even if it's a win, even if it's a loss, I don't really care, but I just skipped it intuitively. Or it might go towards this. We don't really have that strong opposing POIs, but yeah, maybe did I overthink this? I don't know. No, but it was a really good entry, that's for sure. And I just had the order placed on my broker, but I just deleted it intuitively. I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm gonna take a very small break and I'm gonna be back. But we're gonna let this see what happens with this trade. This is very bullish sign generally. Trading view, bro. This is trading view. Trading view. Because the trade, if you think about it, this is how I'm scalping most of the times. It sells a liquidity rate into a POI, but we don't have one major thing, which is target. We can say this, but yeah, it's just weird, right? No problem, no problem. Yeah, looks like it's gonna work, but am I wrong for this? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm wrong for not taking this though. We gonna see. I'm gonna let it run. I'm gonna take a break and I'm gonna be back in like 5-10 minutes. We don't really look like we're gonna have many trades for today on London. Doesn't really look like it, but yeah, we might. Now we can also start trading other other pairs as well. But oh no, I don't know either. Yeah, bro, use trading view. Use trading view. Trading view is where all the traders make their analysis. And for backtesting, you can use FX replay. I have a video on my channel. If you want to start backtesting as a beginner, I really recommend you to start backtesting. Just click on my channel and click on this video and you're gonna learn how to backtest. But use trading view for analyzing, for demo trading, because see from here I can demo trade right now if I want to. Use trading view for basically everything you do, and use FX replay for so I've been doing Bitcoin to USD. What do you mean? I don't understand. You mean you've been looking at Bitcoin? Yeah, just use trading view. Trading view is what all the traders use, and what I use myself. Like, this is definitely a tool. You should not be yeah, a tool that needs to be in your arsenal. This is what you're gonna use on a daily basis. Yeah, apparently this is working, but yeah, I think his range is balanced, but I'm not sure though about this trade. I'm gonna reflect later on, but yeah. See, it's weird. It's still weird, the trade. I was looking at this Q. We're seeing a big switch in trend. Would have I taken it? Um, Very unlikely, right? Very unlikely. We have this consolidation, yeah. So my trade for now. Can't really force any trade, even though I want to trade right now, but I cannot really force anything. Yeah, this was the trade here, and I was looking. This was realistically our entry here. Stop loss above the high, take profit Asian lows. But sadly, we cannot trade this on my broker, but it is what it is. It still looks like it's gonna fail. I don't want to trade against liquidity taken, that's for sure. I don't want to trade. Like, that's one thing, one rule that I would have. I want to take, I want to target untaken liquidity, meaning in this case, if we wouldn't have taken Asian highs, I would have probably targeted it. Like, this is, for me, still risky. And the bodies are kind of respecting that 50-minute. And even now, if I want to short, we're shorting against liquidity taken and POI already mitigated. So it's definitely not something I want to do. Yeah, we want to be trading towards untaken liquidity and towards unmitigated POIs. So we don't want to be trading like this. It's very in a very range bound scenario, and I don't want to be basically forcing anything. This might work, but at this point we need something on the 50-minute to be able to take the short lower. So realistically, no real trades. No real trades. Again, here I would be slightly down on taking the short, but once again, intuitively, we have this high resistance, which makes it risky. But yeah, I still think this trade will fail. So let's see if I will be right or not. But realistically, I don't see any setup. I do see the short play now, but first target, second target. But again, mitigated PIs is not something we want to do. We cannot force a setup. This was my valid setup for today, my really good setup, but yeah, we cannot trade UK sadly on my broker, but yeah, they're all in a very weird state, so it's just better off to wait for New York at this point. It's better off to wait for New York, even gold in a weird state. We want to be trading gold in London most of the time. Yeah, I don't see any setup, so cannot really force anything, sadly. Even though I want to trade, I cannot really force. This was the idea here. This was my idea, but sadly, we cannot be trading UK on my broker. I thought I can, but sadly I can't. I don't know why my Notion is not working. I keep trying to open Notion, but apparently it's not working. Okay, now it should work. Yeah, this was the trade right here. Fuck. Sadly we cannot take it, but in the future we will be able to do that shit. And yours is in a very weird state, right? Maybe for like a really short-term scalp this could have worked, but this is like 1 hour. Yeah. Yeah, this is how I should have done it. Is trade towards the 50-minute AVG, but it would have been a really short scalp. Yes, indeed, because of the fact that we have buy side liquidity taken, it's very unlikely for us to be targeting the high, and it's way more likely for us to continue bearish order flow here. But that means I could have targeted that, maybe, I'm not sure. This still looks in a weird state. It's like in a ping pong state. I do want to see price break either side. I will think we're printing bearish more likely, but I cannot really be doing much. I don't know whether this higher. Yeah, there's a lot of orders here, and that's what makes I don't know about this. Yeah, the setups are iffy. I don't want to force shit. Rough target equilibrium prices. We're gonna wait for Nasdaq. Today we're probably gonna be way more New York oriented today, and yeah, that's pretty much it. This can work, but I can't. I just intuitively like this is how I'm gonna trade. I'm gonna trade intuitively. On the demo, yeah, am I doing something wrong? I don't think so. I'm actually gonna ask ChatGPT about this. So, 1 second. Okay, so yeah, I still don't like this trade again. Maybe I could have traded it towards equilibrium prices. That could have been it, right? Because we were not expecting the high to get taken because liquidity is already taken. Maybe I could have taken it towards this 50-minute POI, and that would have been in like a very small 1 to 1 hour. Yeah, maybe this is how I should have taken it, and we would have gotten like TP hit in a couple candles, and basically one candle TP would have gotten hit. But yeah. My decision to skip I don't think is bad. That's why I keep questioning it and looking at it. But yeah. In this case, the thing is, mm, it's a weird scenario. That's why I keep thinking about it, keep reflecting. Okay, should have I skipped this? Should have I not? But intuitively, we're trading towards taking liquidity, so it becomes very risky. What are we trading towards in a case like this? Is gonna be the POI or equilibrium prices, because we know that there's a very increased chance we continue very short the flow. So that's pretty much it in this case. Yeah, the answer would have been somewhere in the middle. So meaning taking towards a 1 hour, because I was very aware of the potential of yeah, a 1 hour or even maybe more if we would have done like a smaller stop loss, you know, like 1.5. Yeah, just like a quick profit, because it was too risky to hold higher, because again 50-minute VG, so I could have targeted towards the opposite. Yeah, this was probably how I should have traded this, like a 1 to 1 hour. But now it's a period where I really, there's gonna be a lot of refinement, because I'm still kind of relatively new to scalping, so that's kind of the thing. It looks like we're starting to break lower here on AU. We're inverting this. Okay, I do like this break. Actually, now we might have our idea. 2.5. We just came for those. For those Asian highs, right? I'm probably, this is gonna be my trading, looking to target this first target, second target, third target. We just came for Asian highs, we stalled, now we inverse the 50-minute, which makes the trade valid to take. and we having a big switch in momentum. Okay, see, like what did I say? Like I was right about this. Intuitively I was right. But yeah, let's see if we have this. We want to trade AUDUSD. Okay, this is our entry. Yes. I don't know, it's looking like it's not really gonna retrace, but yeah, this was technically our idea. If we're gonna retrace, but we're gonna see. Okay, Yuki is also breaking. Yeah, this would have been the scalp for today, but sadly we cannot be trading. Yeah, see, I was right, bro, on this on this how do I say, euro trade. I was right on it being very risky to continue bullish towards the high, and us being very likely to fail off this 50-minute. Right now there can be a trade lower, but it's just, again, it's too risky because we already took liquidity, and I don't want to be trading against taking liquidity and against mitigated POIs. I want to be trading something like this. Right, let's see if we get a deeper retracement on that 50-minute. I'm going to be patient with this. If you break from here, that's fine, but I'm still going to wait for that because I don't want to be trading something like this. Or do I? I don't think so. I think it's still better to, yeah, 1.25 risk to reward. Yeah, this is my idea. I'm waiting for that. I really think we're reaching back into the low, but yeah. You have clear sell side as a first target. We have to be slightly careful of this inversion right here, but overall I think it's fine. We have the 50-minute inversion as a key inside on our trade. So I always kind of trade with 50-minute inversions or 50-minute gaps. So yeah, I think this would be fine. First target, it was gonna be at a 1.3, and the second target is gonna be this overall area. Maybe final is gonna be here lower, but yeah. I'm down to take this. Invalid distance. Okay, I don't know why sometimes this happens, but and I'll take profit. It's gonna be this right here. Boom, 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 boom. But I mean invalid distance, bro. We're on sell limit. Oh, it shows me. Oh, okay, I didn't know this. It shows me how much I'm risking per trade. I want to risk around $10. Bro, I don't know what this is. Invalid distance. Okay, I have no idea what this is. I want to see my lot size here. So apparently it's not letting me. So I need 0.08 basically. I wouldn't really take my entry here. I'm still waiting on price to retest that up there. I don't know what invalid distance means exactly, but apparently it's not really letting me do that. Yeah, I was right on the euro trade here. I was definitely right. I need 0.8 lots, so apparently it doesn't let me limit, but I don't know if we want to be choosing the stronger pair, but I feel like in a case like this is fine. We took Asian highs, we inversed the 50-minute here, so we're basically having another opportunity to play out the idea that we had earlier, which we got stopped on, because it was the stronger pair we ended up rating the highs, but I still think it's a very easy target for price to be taken here in London. But I'm waiting for this right here. I don't want to be trading anywhere else. This is what I'm waiting for, because it gives me 3.4 hour on final target, which is an hourly FVG here, and usually especially in a case like this, we're very likely on coming to take this low, even if it's the stronger pair. But I'm still waiting on that retracement. If we don't retrace and retest the 51 FVG, I'm not taking this trade. That's my criteria, so that's all good though. But I was definitely very right on this euro trade, and yeah, intuitively I kind of doubted at first, but yeah, it was definitely the right choice to skip this trade, because generally this would have been the idea, but I knew it was very likely to fail. It was good enough to be taking like a 1 point very small R, but yeah. Waiting on this right here. If we get it, if we don't, that's all good though. We don't need to be forcing anything, but the trade setup looks good for me. First target, second target, final target. It looks really good. But if we come here, if we don't, that like this massively fucks my R, and I don't want to be trading here because stop loss is pretty risky. And I do want to see that 50-minute get retested. If we don't, it's all good. We don't need to be taking every single trade on the market. But this is definitely a good area for me, this 50-minute inverse, to be taking shorts. Okay, UGN, I did expect that retest, but yeah, it's just not something I would look for to trade here. Oh my god, you ended up massively failing here. Massively. Could have we taken it here? Yes, but we didn't have a 50-minute inverse. We need some 50-minute confluence always when trading scalp, and at least this is how I trade, so. Still waiting on that retest here. We have really nice equal lows here, but I do want to see us retest, because look at this, look at the range. Equilibrium is actually pretty high, but considering this range, that's where equilibrium prices is. I don't want to sacrifice that much R on taking the trade here, and it's slightly risky because we are very likely on getting a reaction because of this. So that's pretty much it. We're gonna see if we get it. But yeah, I was hella fucking right on euro. Hella right on euro. Hella right. We're gonna see if we still get that retest. Because the move was slow. Right, it's forced. Yeah, as I said, I just lows looks very very easily to get taken from me, but I do not. Even here we wouldn't really had a valid trade. Realistically, even in on Jew now, Jew's the weakest pair, so definitely would have been decent to be trading. Okay, I did feel a bit of bearishness here on gold with our 50-minute to this. We ended up coming and mitigating that deep one, but did we have a 1-minute entry here? Yeah, we did have a 1-minute entry. Could have been it, but it doesn't really look like a good setup still. So we're waiting on this AU. If it comes, if it doesn't, that's it. It is what it is. But it still looks like a good trade for me. If we can get that retracement, boom, boom, boom. We have sell side, easy sell side, 1 hour APG. Even though it's the strongest pair, we did take Asian highs. But it doesn't really look like we're gonna get it. Still not the wrong choice to wait for the retest. It's just way smarter to wait for the retest here of the 50-minute. But yo, it was a very small idea. This would have been valid. It was not valid to take like this, but it was valid to take towards the 50-minute POI. Definitely. So intuitively, I did a right choice. I did feel exactly. I didn't kind of predict exactly what happened here with this failing the price not going for the high and failing. That's exactly what happened, but that wouldn't have meant that we could not take the trade. It would have been a very small R trade, but it would have been fine, to be honest. Let's see. AU come in here. The sell side here. This is again a textbook setup, the same this was. But because of choosing the stronger pair, we ended up coming again for Asian highs and then reacting lower, which is all good. Sometimes it happens. Hey brother, hi guys. How are you doing today? So still gonna wait on this, see if we get it. But yeah, this is not a limit order yet. Oops. Good bro, good. I took a loss earlier, but it was fine. This is not a bad trade whatsoever. We just ended up failing because we chose the stronger pair out of Euro and GU. But it's all good though. Ain't no worries. How are you guys doing? Did you trade today? Now what I'm gonna do is wait for the retracement into that 50-minute inversion, as I said, which we did inverse. And then I'm gonna wait for an entry pattern and take it really easily towards the sell side. Basically, I lost my funded account yesterday, bro. So now I'm trading a personal. Now I'm trading this account right here. It's a $60 account. This was my trade. So took this today on the AUD USD, and yesterday took one win on Nasdaq and one lose. So now I'm trading a personal, and I'm scalping now. I'm not gonna be. My intraday trading is not gonna be the main thing. Now I'm scalping. I basically do what I love doing. But yeah, just trading. Even if it's a personal, even if it's a $60 account for me, as long as I'm able to trade, I'm still happy, to be honest. Okay, this again, we cannot really. The sad part about this personal is that I cannot trade UK and DAX, which is, I do like these pairs, but we cannot trade them on this personal, sadly. Let's see if we come here. Still waiting on this. If we get it, it's gonna be nice. Really nice sell side. I do really like the trade idea. 1B break even yesterday, missed TP by a bit, but overall good trade. Yeah man, that's unlucky. Sometimes it happens, but yeah, well, at least you didn't take a loss. That's the good part. We might get it late, but I wouldn't want to see the sell side get taken before we start sweeping this high. So yeah, this is definitely what I'm waiting for. Idea still very fine, still very good trade. This. Yeah, oh I see, you are one account closer to make it, bro. Yeah bro, it's all good though. Like, I don't even want to make it in a sense. I just want to trade. Like that's what kind of flipped the switch yesterday. I don't want to trade for profitability anymore. I just want to trade because I love trading. And that's why, even though I have an intraday strategy that has a 60% win rate, right, and I could be trading that, I don't enjoy it, bro. I don't enjoy sitting 2 weeks to trade one setup. I enjoy having trades every day, and I enjoy scalping. So even if it might cost me my profitability in a sense, I still prefer doing what I love, and which is scalping. I love scalping way more than intraday trading, which is how I was trading before. But oh, this is not. This would be perfect if we managed to let these stay intact. We build even more sell side, and now if we see that sweep, that would be great. So that's what I recommend you guys to do as well. Like, at least I got tired of really thinking about win rate, thinking about, oh, when I'm gonna turn profitable, am I gonna turn profitable, what should I do, should I take this, should I take that. I just got tired of that shit, and now all I want to do is trade like purely what I love trading and how I love trading, you know, with no rules, no nothing. Like the way I'm scalping, no real rules, just pure intuition and experience. And yeah, with time it will be great. What's the difference in scalping and intraday? Well, intraday I take my entries on the 5 minute and 3 minute, and the trades take around 3 hours to play out. In scalping, I'm taking my entries on 1 minute, and the trades take about half an hour to play out. That's kind of the difference, you know. Intraday takes way more to play out, and that's kind of what I don't enjoy. Like I would get bored, because think about it, you see one candle prints in 3 or 5 minutes, and that's very very boring. When you're trading scalping, on the 1 minute prints way faster, and it's, I don't know, it keeps me focused, it keeps me locked in, and it's way more enjoyable to be trading scalping, at least for me. I enjoy the speed of scalping. Like, because even yesterday, this Nasdaq trade that I took, I didn't stream it, but this was over in like 30 minutes. Oh, not, oh shit, oh my bad, 30 minutes. What are you seeing on Euro? Well, Euro, I was seeing this buy, but I skipped it, right? I was seeing this buy, but I skipped it. This was generally my idea, but the fact that we took this Asian highs and New York highs made it really risky, and I knew that we're very likely on failing lower of this 50-minute. Generally, here's a state where I would not be trading, because we're between two POIs. I would wait for a bit more structure, so I wouldn't really be trading here, right? Because it's very very weird. We're in this big ass range bound. I would say we're slightly more likely to come towards this Asian low and come towards this overall, but it's still not something, definitely not something I would be trading. Or we might hold from here. That can also happen, but yeah, definitely not a tradable environment. I would say definitely not a tradable environment on Euro, because of this. It's weird, right? Because of this big ass range, it's just weird. I wouldn't be trading it. Maybe later on, if we manage to come on Asian lows here and see like a 50-minute inverse, then I would be down to keep targeting the SPY side. But other than this, I feel like right now it's weird. You don't really want to be taking anything in a scenario like this. And Jew's weaker. Jew's way weaker. Way weaker. But again, very high resistance. Very high resistance. This is scenarios I don't want to be trading towards. Very very high resistance. We ended up being very weak. We ended up printing bearish, but I wouldn't really be targeting something like this. I would say this holds bullish. That's intuitively what I think is gonna happen. We hold bullish from this, but I don't know yet. It's still in a place where I don't really have a clear read on the market. I'm looking at this though. I'm looking at AU. If we manage to give a retracement here, we took Asian highs, we inversed the 50-minute, and from here I'm just looking to target first this internal liquidity, this low right here, and this hourly AVG. I had the same idea basically earlier, which I got stopped out on, but that's all good. Let's see what DXY, because DXY can help us a bit more to understand. Yeah, it's just like, it's a very iffy scenario here, but it does look, I would still say we're gonna come for the sell side. So meaning after we take Asian highs, we come lower and tap the sell side. This also looks good like as an order block, so we'll see. I still kind of expecting bearish price action, meaning euro holding bullish price action. So still bullish euro, but just underneath Asian lows. For looking to buy here is still risky. With coupled with DXY, yeah, still seeing bearish price action here. But we need to retrace and we need to take these equal highs right here. It's too obvious. Let's see if we get this. Now I'm waiting on a retest of the 50-minute inversion, and on a 1-minute entry pattern I'm gonna take this really nice sell side here. Really nice that we stacked even more here. We stacked even more sell side, so this is bonus confluence, even more likely to be drawn lower now. So we're gonna see. Slightly risky, this inverse, slightly risky, because it also is a previous 50-minute, but we're gonna pay attention. Let's see. This would be perfect if we form a bullish gap here. If we form a bullish gap, come here and then inverse it, that would be perfect for me to take this. Even though it's the strongest pair, still I do like this setup. I don't think it will matter in a case like this. But I do want to see that retracement there. I need to also journal this as well. It's not a bad trade whatsoever. It's just it ended up failing because of AU being the stronger pair. Like the 50-minute profile was not bad at all because we took this massive range high, then we printed a bearish gap, and this was everything I needed, right? Let me also screenshot this. I need to change my journal because my journal is still made for intraday trading. Took massive range high, that's why I liked it. It's gonna really fast journal until our and even though here again we traded off an inversion, it's a lot of drawings, even if it's hard to see, we traded off a 50-minute inversion. What is the name of the GIF on your Notion cover? I have no idea, bro. I have no idea. I'm sorry, but I really have no idea. I don't know where I got it from. This one, I don't remember where I got it from, but yeah, maybe if you do something like this you're gonna find it. If you mean this one, yeah, let me see. Let's see if we can find it. Can I visual search it, bro? Okay, I think it's, I'm pretty sure it's from Pinterest though. Yeah, look here. If you mean this one, yeah, let me 1 second because I can send you the link, bro. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Let me do this and let me do it in my other browser. 1 second. This should be it. I'm not fully sure though. Yeah, this is it. If you meant this one, I can send you it. Just like I don't know how to save this link. Oh, so you can do like this for every background I have. Just screenshot it and visual search it and you're gonna be able to find it. But yeah, this was still a very fine trade. Like 50-minute FVG with 50-minute inversion, definitely not bad. The trade was still textbook. I would have taken it 10 out of 10 times. 50-minute FVG plus 50-minute inverse, so really good trade still. The only reason why it didn't work is because of strength. Let me remove some of the drawings because hell yeah, this fucking confusing as fuck. I can't see shit. But yeah, ended up being a pivotal point. The only reason it failed, it was because of strength. My bad, this was our entry. Only reason it failed is because of strength. That's it. That's what I want to journal right now. I don't want to really save data. But yeah, let's see. Oh, we might be getting it. And I like that price action is slow here. I really like the sell side, bruh. Um, Normally you can do limits here as well, but I think it's just smarter to wait for that extra confluence. It's just to avoid it, and it's too late to be like straight up looking at at um yeah, I straight up sells to wanna see that confluence. This platform is weird as fuck, bro. Fuck Hanko trade. No offense, Hanko. See this inversion right here. Oh shit. This is why you don't limit. But this is a crazy R trade, a really good R if we get an extra confluence on reaching lower. This is what my limit would have been. But I'm not gonna limit because it's a bit too late, but we have nice buy side liquidity raid. And now we have this to be getting inversed, which is a nice thing. So realistically, this is probably how the trade is gonna look. It sacrifices R, but it's worth for that extra confluence that we have right here. First target sell side, kind of unlucky because yeah, it's pretty close the sell side, but it's all good though. I want to see inversion complete, then I'm gonna mark it, take this right here. Yeah, stop loss. Our stop loss is gonna be, yeah, this is fine. Meaning our stop loss is gonna be around $2. It's a proper sizing for it's small, but it's a proper sizing for this personal. Like 4 or 5%. I don't want to risk more because I'm still getting comfortable with scalping, so don't want to really risk more than this. And we can add our take profit as well. This is gonna be our take profit, which is around $5, which is really fine. We're just waiting on the confluence here, on the entry pattern. It's a bit late, but it's all good. AU's decent on periods like this. We still, yeah, it's a very weird euro. Hell no, we don't want to be trading and shit like this. Jew was better. I did anticipate us continuing lower hard, but no real entry. We need to be, even if we inverse, we need to really be careful at these lows here, because we can definitely reverse. After taking this low and coming into this inversion, we can definitely reverse, especially since we're trading the stronger pair. But yeah, we're gonna be just careful. Oops. We did come into this one, which was the FVG I initially had a limit order on. I still think it's risky to leave your limit order open for, like, yeah. Now we're waiting on the inversion. I do want to see some movement on the inversion though. And I am gonna wait for the 1 minute candle to close, but it's not looking like a lot of movement. Not looking like a displacement. I'm not sure I want to take it. You do have this one, which is very weird, very wickable. I would say this FVG right here. Still weird, lack of displacement. I don't want to be forcing any trades. And we might be even getting a deeper pullback, which would be even better for us. But yeah, this is no movement. Too slow right now. So hell nah. See, hell nah. Ooh, let's see if we get a deeper pullback, even fucking better, because that would mean we might get our RR back. But we gonna see. It's a bit slow. AU's usually slow in London. We ended up only printing after 1 hour of London. I don't think it generally has reason. Like, considering how we reacted and keep reacting over this range, I would still see at least a retracement towards this hourly before starting to continue higher, maybe towards this. So yeah, still think the trade idea is valid. But let's see what do we do. It's about being patient at this point. Let's see this. What this UK doing? Just weird ass, goofy ass price action. I would have very likely gonna be would have taken this if I could have. Would have had like a 1.7 already hit. Yeah. But we cannot trade. Sadly, we cannot trade it. Oh my god, this is goofy ass price action on Euro. We came and retested that 50-minute AVG once again. Goofy ass price action. But yeah, now it's gonna work off this. It's gonna start melting towards Asian lows. And then later on I would be looking at buys from Asian lows in New York. Do I like this? Is the question. I mean, I do like how we failed, but it's still definitely not like entering here would be the purest definition of a forced entry. And even though I want to trade, I cannot really be forcing shit like this. Even though the account is small and it's like $2 on a stop loss, why would you want to force trades? You get what I mean? Why would you want to do that shit? This was not forced. This was good. This was actually a really good trade. I'm still gonna maintain that. But we just came for Asian highs. I still think we're likely on seeing another move higher before displacing. This is weird. What makes this FVG wickable or yeah likely to hold is these fucking 4 candles here. It's like very micro liquidity here. But yeah, Euro, hell nah, weird as fuck, bro. What is it doing, bro? But yeah, Geo was better. I could have shorted this on Geo, but we didn't have any buy sell liquidity rate. That was the thing here. I wanted to see that New York high getting taken. We traded off of 50-minute AVG, which was nice. And we could have taken this short because it was the weakest pair apparently. We could have taken either this right here, stop loss above the consolidation, targeting Asian lows. Not great R. Not great R, but still would have been a W trade. But yeah, still iffy trade. I wouldn't realistically take it. Okay, now it's looking pretty good. But we might be late on the train. We might be late because how it wicked this here. I don't want to see behavior to this 1 minute gap, yeah. Yeah, we want to see how we behave to the 1 minute gap because it's still too likely. Maybe on the inversion of it, this realistically, this is can be my entry. Because this doesn't really mean shit because this is the dangerous AVG. This doesn't really mean shit. A retractive inverse, I would call it, probably. UJ just ended up massively going higher. This was again a valid scalp here of this right here, but again we didn't take sell side here, which is a thing I didn't like at all. The fact that we didn't take the sell side. Still have massive equal lows. But yeah, we're probably gonna have some trades in New York. Definitely some trades. I don't really like Nasdaq, trading Nasdaq in New York. Okay. Even in London, we end up having a decent trade of this hourly POI. Interesting. We might have this to be trading off of in New York, this hourly AVG. Yeah, we might have this. Even if I'm scalping, I'm always kind of using hourly AVGs, 50-minute AVGs. See? Oh my fucking god, bro. Oh my god, bro. I knew this shit right here. Good thing I sit on the bench. And this is why experience comes in so handy, right? Because without experience, this could have been a valid entry. You just take it and you're fucking doomed in a couple of seconds. But these candles here just made it really weird, right? Really weird. Really strong, more like it. We still have sell side. Still a really good idea to be looking at shorts, but we don't want to rush into an entry. Especially since we're almost closing London, entering lunchtime. But yeah, you want to be cautious or patient. And gold also melted lower, but again, not a setup I would trade. To be kind of how I unconsciously trade now is I unconsciously just look for some type of trades. I always trade off liquidity rates and 50-minute FVGs to confirm intent lower, how it was in this case, right? In this case, 50-minute FVG with 50-minute inverse here, that's why he took it. It's very likely to take the trade lower, and we see that here we inverse that 50-minute, we closed below it, we printed a 1-minute gap, and here's what I entered. Held up that gap really well, but we just failed because we were the stronger pair and our intent was to come for Asian highs. Now after taking Asian highs, we see that bearish intent, but still a valid setup. Now this becomes our trade if we get it. This massive sell side is really nice here. This is what we gotta be careful at, and final target would be hourly AVG. Now we're trading the same way, right? We took buy side liquidity, we took Asian highs. We did take that. Well, we took Asian highs, 50-minute inverse. Even if it's slightly hard to see, we have a 50-minute inverse right here. Always trading off 50-minute FVGs. And intraday I used to trade off hourly POIs. Now I'm trading off 50-minute. Doesn't really look like it carries though. Bro, this is so weird, bro. And remember, bro, what I said when I was about to take this trade, which I didn't. I said these lows look easy to take. That's what we end up doing. Intuition is fucking powerful, bro. It's extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. That's why I don't want to trade with rules. I just want to trade full intuitive. And to be able to do that, you cannot really be affected. You cannot really be trading for money. You cannot be trading to turn profitable. You cannot really do any of those things. But yeah, doesn't really look like it's gonna care about this setup though. Doesn't really look like it's caring too much. Okay, we inverse that shit. Okay, this is very range bound, and how we were able to predict that is because sell side taken, POI mitigated, sell side buy side taken, right? It's liquidity taken on both sides, so it makes it really range bound, right? Really range bound. I don't know if that makes sense what I'm saying, but the fact that we took liquidity on both sides makes this invalid for us to be trading in a scenario like this until we kind of break either side or choose another direction. As long as we stay stuck between those two POIs, we're range bound. We don't want to be trading inside these POIs right here. And this is what one unconscious rule, again, a rule I kind of developed with scalping without even realizing, is I trade towards untaken liquidity and unmitigated POIs. That's why this Nasdaq trade worked really well yesterday, is because we traded towards an untaken liquidity and an unmitigated POI. In this case, that POI that we traded towards to yesterday was let me go, what the fuck, okay, was an hourly FVG. I traded off an hourly, of this hourly bullish one, to retrace towards the hourly unmitigated. That was the difference. Like, we don't want to be trading. And then I took a loss because I was trying to short towards taken liquidity and mitigated POI. You get what I mean? Like, you always want to be trading towards untaken liquidity and unmitigated POIs. That's what kind of made me realize yesterday. This short wasn't bad, but we just didn't continue because this liquidity was already taken here, and we reacted off this consolidation, manipulated again, and then started going. Which, yeah, it's kind of an unconscious rule with my trading from now on. This is the kind of the only rules I have for my scalping. Always trade towards untaken liquidity. In this case, do we have untaken liquidity? Yes. Do we have an unmitigated POI? Yes. So trade is valid. The idea is still good. It's just that we're not really looking like we're reacting or we want to develop. That's the only rule I have pretty much now. That's why I also avoided this, because again, remember, we don't want to be trading towards taken liquidity. What happened here? We took liquidity, we took Asian highs, which made the trade invalid or very risky to play. So we could not possibly anticipate this high to get taken since it previously took liquidity. I don't know if that makes any fucking sense to you, but to me it does. It does make sense. Still struggling. We're still probably better off to waiting for New York. I want to see if we have any news today. What is this? Oh, we don't have. Okay, this is a good day. And one thing why I really love scalping more than intraday is because it's not so affected by news, right? You're gonna have at least 10 to 10 to 20 pips delivery, no matter what really happens in the day. Even if you're trading pre-CPI, you're still gonna have a decent trade to be taken on your scalping. That's why I love scalping way more than intraday. We gonna see. This is definitely what I would call a normal loss. Could have been avoided by strength, by looking at strength, but still a very good trade. Very good trade. This is realistic. The only thing I'm really waiting for is AU. Gold, we don't want to be trading. UK, sadly, we can't. Yeah, we cannot really be trading. And I can't wait for NASDAQ. I don't really want to trade NASDAQ today. This can be a good trade right here of this. But we probably can't really target liquidity. We can say we have liquidity, but I would probably target some opposing PD array from here. This can work as a scalp towards this, because again we're trading towards unmitigated POI. It can work, but I wouldn't really be trying to trade NASDAQ in London, to be honest. It's a very low probability. Even if it's scalping, it's still low probability. But I'm gonna watch it just for fun. Continuing the shorts. So now in this case, the idea is 1 hour POI. Yes, it was mitigated before, it doesn't matter. 1 hour POI with 50-minute inverse. I always trade like this. It's either we tap a POI and then I look for a 50-minute inverse, or we take liquidity and I look for a 50-minute inverse. This is how I'm scalping right now. It's exactly the same way I used to intraday trade, except it's on lower time frames. Basically, that's the only thing that really changed. Like the same with this trade was, right? We took, in this case we didn't have a POI, but we took liquidity and we had a 50-minute inverse or 50-minute BG. That's the exact same thing. But yeah, we're looking like we're gonna start going higher, so this is probably invalid. But yeah, this is how I'm trading. This is how I love trading. It just went down. Instead of looking at inverses on the hourly, now I'm looking at inverses on the 50-minute. That's realistically the only thing that really changed. Realistically. Actually, this can be a decent scalp towards unmitigated POI. We're trading off a sell side sweep towards unmitigated. Oh shit, this is actually fucking good, but I do want to see a proper close here. We have equal highs here, so like 1 to 2 are really quick. I didn't even realize, but this is a pretty decent trade. Oh shit. Buy limit, no, market, advanced options. That I do want to see some behavior, because it is the weakest pair, so it's very risky to be doing this. But I do want to see my lot size. This is proper lot size and take profit. Because right, what are we trading? But we don't, there's one thing that we're lacking in this case actually. We're lacking the 50-minute inversion. But this still is a pretty good trade even without the inversion. Yeah, I'm taking this shit right now, baby. Trust. Oh shit, did I over risk? I'm not sure, but it's a very small trade. You have these equal highs right here, which I really like, but it's slightly risky because we're choosing the weakest pair. I don't know if I'm trolling because I'm not waiting for a 50-minute inverse or not, but I'm still gonna do it. I'm playing. I'm not trading for profitability, I'm trading to play and improve. But yeah, really small TP, trading towards In this case, we're trading from liquidity taken towards unmitigated POI, and this unmitigated POI has buy side liquidity. It's very similar to the Nasdaq trade. It's a bit risky because we're again choosing the weakest pair, so the pair not very suitable for our idea, definitely. So that's why it's risky, but I'm down to take a loss. I don't really care about the account or whatever. I just want to try. Might be gambling, might not be gambling, but yeah. I wanted to draw this right here. It's risky, so there's one thing I need to think about is, do I want to be trading the weakest pair or the pair that's not suitable for the idea? That's one question that I should ask myself. But here we did inverse, which was a good confluence for me to take the trade. We did raid sell side, but we ain't really looking like we giving a shit too much, but we're gonna let it be. Maybe the better entry would have been here, but yeah, we ain't really looking like we giving a shit, but I don't really care. That's probably a troll thing to do, to be, yeah, it's probably a troll thing to do, to be trading the weakest pair, but it is what it is. I'm not trading. It is what it is. It looks like it's gonna fail. Oh yeah. And I think I should have waited for that 50-minute inversion. Did I wait for the 50-minute inversion here? Not really. It's just that we're trading the weakest pair. That's why we're getting a deeper pullback, but I'm gonna let it be right now. The entry is not great, but we're more likely on holding this inversion and holding lower, actually. But it's all good though. We playing, bro. I'm playing. I feel like that 50-minute inversion depends on context a bit, really. But I do like these equal highs here, because if we're gonna get a 50-minute inversion, the trade is already over, right? And the stop loss is right here. It's a 1-to-1 R basically. You got a deep pullback, yeah. Maybe entry should have been here, but I still believe in the trade. I still like this scalp, like very short term. But it's still risky, and I do not disagree with that. And we have this, we have this sell-side taken kind of inverse, but it looks like a very iffy inverse, I would say. Yeah, definitely. But let's pay attention. We gonna see. A riskier trade, definitely, but at this point I'm just playing, to be honest, because we have buy sell liquidity, really short term, sell-side taken, this low, high resistance, which is why again I would be highly more confident in holding higher. What's up, bro? How you doing? It's like, how much is it? Like 5 a.m. God damn, it's 5 a.m. for you. Crazy, bro. You should be sleeping, bro. Let's see if this gets inversed. It's 5 a.m. No, let me see. Yo. 5 a.m. Riskier trade, but we chilling, bro. We chilling. This buy side liquidity is still easy target. Trading towards unmitigated POIs from liquidity to liquidity. Let's see. A bit of a deeper pullback, which would be expected since the move wasn't really complete. We didn't really see another candle here, which this right here usually indicates a deeper pullback, but considering timing, we should probably start seeing that bullish momentum, but this rejection is really fucking bearish for now. I'm gonna go for a run, then get ready for work. Yeah, it's crazy, but you running as well, like crazy. Waking up at 5. Yeah, this one, which is definitely a riskier play, I feel like it's a bit troll, and this one I took another loss here. This trade was completely fine. This was definitely a good trade. It just ended up failing, which sometimes happens, I guess. But yeah, this is hella fucking risky. But yeah, this is one of the plays which you can bet entry. It's fine. And this one, I still was waiting for this one, but we don't really look like we're getting it. It's weird, right? It looks like it's slowing down and it's starting to be bullish, but I feel like our entry was definitely too early. Yeah, it's bad, bro. But I'm gonna let it be a bit more. And Euro's also in a weird fucking state. Yeah, this is bad. I should probably close this. I'm waiting to see if we see another gap lower here, and I'm closing it because it's troll. The trade idea is not bad, but the entries not great. And I need to stop choosing the weakest pair, bro. If I wanna be buying, I should choose AU. If I wanna be shorting, I should choose GU. Because in scalping, it makes a huge fucking difference. Strength between pairs. And choosing to trade the stronger pair or the weaker pair. It makes a huge fucking difference. Because look at GU, how much it printed bearish in London compared to AU, which is the stronger pair. Look, we didn't do shit. When you look on GU, it makes a huge difference in scalping. But yeah, this is pretty much doomed. Oh no, we're gonna lose $1, bro. Please, spare me. Spare me, please. Spare me. So yeah, I feel like these should be definitely a rule to add. We don't want to be trading weaker pairs. Not a great entry, but it's all good though, Gengi. And it's stalling as well. So this is definitely gonna be a rule that I'm gonna add. Do not trade the pair that's not suitable for your idea. No matter how good the setup looks, it makes a huge difference in candles. Like, see how the bullish candles are on GU here, how small they are compared to Euro or to AU maybe. Yeah, might still work, it's just risky and it's not worth replicating. To be honest, it's not really worth replicating. Let's see if we inverse this. If we inverse, we're pretty much chilling. The idea is very small, but yeah, it's just riskier. Oops, what did I do? Okay, I think towards these highs, like, come on, it's easy, bro, to print towards this highs. It's just entry slightly bad, but other than that, I think the trade is fine. But I don't think we want to be trading our weaker pairs. Pretty much never. Pretty much can be a scaling here, but I wouldn't really be scaling in a risky trade like this. Let's see. We playing, bro. I feel so good not having pressure to perform. This is definitely not a gamble because the trade is valid, sell side taken, and buy side liquidity, but it's just a weaker pair, and I do not know if that's a good choice. So I'm gonna go take a small break, eat some, and yeah, let this bitch run. At this point, I'm pretty confident we should be reaching into those equal highs that we have, but we're learning. That's what matters. TP get hit, bro. Yes, sir. Stop. Oh, it's not hit yet. Okay. Should have been hit, but let's wait a bit more and see. But it's not a lot of profit. How much is it? Like $1. $1 in profit. Let's go. We rich. We're rich. $1 in profit. Let's go. Okay, this is not necessarily great, but let's see. On TradingView we reached it. On the broker we didn't really reach it, but let's see if we hold. It's pretty small actually, but at this point we're definitely trailing this top. I don't know why I can't trail it. We're definitely trailing it here. What do you mean, bro? Like this platform is fucking dumb as fuck. Very, oh my god, we rich, bro. $1 in profit, we can go buy a Lambo. Well, let's see, our TP is like right here. We should hold this gap higher and then potentially reverse. It's also kind of low resistance, which makes it fine to hold more, but I'm fine with it like 1 to 1 hour. Not even, I mean almost 1 to 1 hour. But yeah. We rich, yeah, sorry, you hear me? You hear me? We rich. Come on, bro, let's see. What is this? Oh shit. Come on, you can do it, man. $1 in profit, oh my fucking god, bro. You definitely be rich as fuck. Let's see that TP get hit. Come on, like you have that in you. You know what I mean? You have that in you. You got that dog in you, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The first W for the day. We were able to recover that loss from 1 to 1 hour trade. Entry, sketch, doesn't matter. Not really. This is how I scalp, right? This is how I scalp. And this is probably what I'm gonna end the stream with. This trade right here, the 1 to 1 hour. And today we took this loss on AU. Not this one, which again was a completely fine trade. And we took this W here, which was very risky, but still fine. At least we took a W, right? But it is what it is. We're gonna see for New York. We're definitely gonna have some better opportunities for New York. I know that for certain. Yeah, and that was it for today. We took for now we have like a 50% win rate, which is all good. This trade was normal. This was not normal. The loss that I took yesterday on Nasdaq was not normal. This was fine. Yeah, the loss was fine, this one, but it's all good though. Still W day for me, and that's where I'm gonna end the stream here with the stake profit here on these equal highs. And yeah, I'm gonna see you for New York. We're definitely gonna have some better opportunities for New York today. I'm gonna see you in New York. Yes, sir.